hello and welcome to Nighttime Natters. It is Monday the 13th of October and it's just gone 9:30 in the evening. It's the day after the Tenerife Entertainment Awards, and sadly this year I didn't get an award, but I had a fantastic day. I really did have a fantastic day. It was nice to... I opened the show, at the top of the show. I was very nervous because the night before I was at the Pheasant Plucker and I didn't have a good night's sleep from the Friday into the Saturday. And I knew I was coming down with something. There's a lot of it going about with people picking up sore throats or coming down with an illness out here in Tenerife. I saw that there was quite a few people falling with it. Anyway, I went to the Pheasant Plucker. My makeup, I practiced my makeup for the Sunday, so I was actually opening the show and I was doing 80s George with the dreadlocks, the bowler hat. Thanks Shane for lending me that, and the Stars and Stripes outfit. So I'd let my sorry, it's still there. There's still something there. I don't know what. I lent my numbers outfit, the white outfit with all the numbers on, to Ray Wild because he was going to the awards because it was an 80s theme as Boy George. Anyway, I did the Pheasant Plucker on Saturday and Craig gave me a really good build up, you know, really good tribute act, brilliant voice, doesn't only sound like George, looks like George or whatever. Press play, went on to Church of the Poison Mind. I couldn't pitch properly. I could not pitch. I was singing, I don't know, somewhere just below the line I should have been on, like, there's an love in... I just had no voice. You know, it was really, really husky, really dry. So it wasn't until 4 or 5 songs in and I thought to myself, right, when I sing Do You Really Want to Hurt Me, if I don't sing it good at this gig tonight, then I'm going to have to pull out of tomorrow opening the show. But I knew when I went, give me time to realise my crime, that I'd be all right. But in the rehearsal, I went, give me time to realise my crime. And do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? And then I knew my voice was struggling, so I had to go, precious kisses, words that found me. Lovers never asked you why. Instead of, precious kisses, words that burn me. Lovers never asked you why. The voice has come back today. But I tell you what, it was live on the radio. It was live on the radio. And I think sometimes there's a God and things happen for a reason. Because that radio is a window to us here in Tenerife. And after me singing, give me time to realise my crime, something went wrong and the transmitter cut out, so you didn't actually hear me, because then on in, my vocal was a bit dodgy. But anyway, nevertheless, it went down all right. Chris, the organisation, said, I know you struggled there, but thanks very much for doing it. And I did enjoy it. The best thing about it was backstage, the banter, you know, with Nathan Swift, who was the host. Brilliant, lovely man. He came to my gig last Monday with a friend of his who's a host as well. And I got to meet him and we had a private joke about, I said he's got lovely eyes like a goat, and then he returned the joke on Monday, or yesterday, and said, I've got lovely eyes like a rabid moose, which was quite funny. Anyway, he was brilliant as a host, really great, really warm, really loving and inviting, you know what I mean? And there were some live acts on the day. I was very emotional, very, very emotional yesterday. Even before anything started, there were tears backstage. I thought I was going to burst into tears. I'm like that, you know? And but I lost it and cried, really cried, when Helena, she was first up of the girls singing, and she sang a song. And again, even now, just, she looked stunning. And it started me off. And then the second girl up was Lisa Bridge, and she sang a really beautiful version of How Do I Know by Whitney Houston, lovely and slow, and that got me going as well. And then she really went from one dimension to the other, and she did I Am What I Am, you know, the Gloria Gaynor version, really everyone up dancing. Then someone who I haven't actually met before and hadn't seen before, called Hayley, she performed and she sang Purple Rain, and she ripped the roof off the place. And out of there was supposed to be 4 girls, but Blue, she's heavily pregnant, so she couldn't appear. But I can't remember the second song that Hayley sang, but because she made such an impact with Purple Rain, and I can't remember, I was just like, oh my God, what a voice, what a voice. Anyway, Hayley won the award this year for Best Female, and much well deserved after those performances. All the girls were brilliant, but Hayley just had that tip, you know what I mean? She just off went the roof. Anyway, then the awards were announced, and great fun, really, really good fun. There was a couple of guys there as well, dressed in like, I don't know if it was latex or something all over there, and they kept doing this and running around. Very funny, really, really, really funny. And there was a couple of other people as well, just kept running up and down as well, knocking people out the way. That wasn't so funny, but there you go. Anyway, then the second half, they had the groups. So we had 2 live performances this year. So the second half we had the groups, and first up of the groups was Midnight Riders with Steve Tyler and Ollie. 2 great guys in their own right together. Brilliant show. They came on, man. That was brilliant. I loved it. It was a bit camp. It was a bit camp, and it was just lovely and fluffy. And Steve looked great in that hair, and Ollie as well with his guitar and all that. It was great. It really was good fun. They were really good fun. They got it. And the way Steve was doing his walk as well like that, I thought, oh, he reminds me of someone. John Inman. But anyway, it was great. They were great. I'll go and see them again. Next up, again, were friends of mine, Storm Duo, with Mark on his guitar and Jeannie on the vocal. They sang, "It takes 2, baby. It takes 2, baby. Me and you." One of my favourite songs. Now, you know, that was famously done by a few people, more famously by Tina Turner and Rod Stewart. But my favourite version is, of course, Cilla and Cliff Richard. So, of course, I was singing along. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just wishing I'd had someone that I could do me, because there's a dance in it and they go, "It takes 2, baby." Wish I had someone that I could have, you know, danced with like that, but hey ho. After Storm Duo were T2K. These boys ripped the roof off, put it back on, ripped it off, put it back on. Brilliant. I like those boys. Not only do I like their vocals, they're nice to look at. They're nice to look at. And one of them, I don't know which one's Stuart and which one's, is it Marlowe or whatever. One of them's got a brother who's a DJ who goes out with Hayley. Good, very good looking boys. Very my cup of tea. Very me. If they've got anyone else that they can introduce me to, I'd be very happy. Good looking boys. They were brilliant, man. They were absolutely brilliant, and they did a little medley of songs. And just everyone was up and dancing. It was great. It really was great. Even those 2 people dressed up in the funny thing got involved and got on the stage where they were singing as well. After them, it was Uproar, which were a new act to Tenerife, Darren Clark and Paul. They were brilliant as well. They were really, their harmonisations are faultless, really, really good. But to follow T2K, who ripped it, they've been trying to get T2K for the awards for years, and apparently they wouldn't go. It was their first time, so it was no surprise really when T2K took the award. But all of the people that sang live today or yesterday to win an award did brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. And congratulations to each and every one of them, everybody that won an award that day, yesterday. Anyway, so onwards and upwards. Yes, I was a little bit gutted by it, but we all were. I think everybody in our category were. We were all wanting it, you know, wanting the award. We all worked very, very hard. And so there you go. It's another year now, so you go on and you learn things from it, how you can improve or whatever, and just keep getting new venues. And so it's just exciting rolling on all the time. Another year, that's it, another year has gone, so things can happen, things change, it's another chapter close into a book, and some things, you know, you get rid of, which I certainly have, and put it behind me, and that's where it's staying. So, I shall see you all tomorrow night with another Nighttime Natters. my voice is sounding all right because I'm on the tea. This is quite a long night time, Natters, tonight, but it's also a review of the Tenerife Entertainment Awards. So thank you very much for having me to open the show. I'm sorry that if you were listening on the radio that you didn't, but I'm quite blessed about that. But blessed, not P words, blessed that is, because I wasn't giving my best vocal, but there you go. Anyway, thanks for everyone that voted for me, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Night.